Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, March 31st, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Why is it that as you get older, time seems to move faster? I swear it was just March 1st and we were all getting psyched for the St. Patrick's Parade and the Shamrock Stroll. But here we are on the cusp of April. Anyhow, we do have some news today, so let's get into it, shall we? An Arnold man was killed late Tuesday evening while walking along Ritchie Highway near the Severna Park Golf Center. Eric Crawford, 33, was in the northbound travel lane when he was struck. He was wearing dark-colored clothing and non-reflective clothing. A passing motorist had called 911 to report him in the roadway, and when police arrived, they actually happened upon the accident scene. The fire department did pronounce him deceased at the scene, and initially it seems that pedestrian error was the cause. However, police are asking anybody that may have any information, if maybe you saw something, to give them a call at 410-222-8573. The Anne Arundel County Fire Department fought an Edgewater blaze on Tuesday evening that caused nearly $200,000 worth of damage to a Shore Drive home. Smoke detectors alerted the residents and neighbors alerted the fire department of the blaze that started in the rear of the home. It took 65 firefighters from Anne Arundel, Annapolis, and the Naval Academy about an hour to put under control. The cause has been determined to be accidental, but they are still trying to figure out where the exact point of origin was. 2 family dogs did escape the blaze as well, but unfortunately, the family cat is missing. Rarely does government involvement make things easier, but here's an exception. For people that were born in Maryland, you can now get a certified copy of your birth certificate needed for the Real ID program as well as passports and the like at the Annapolis MVA. This makes all the sense in the world. This is in addition to the ones in Frederick, Largo, Baltimore City, and Essex, but the catch is that you need to do a driver's license or an ID-type transaction to use that service. So renewals, issuances, getting the Real ID, etc., they all qualify. There is a $10 fee, and I'll tell you, it would be nice if you could just go there and obtain one when you needed it, but, let's say baby steps. But good on the MVA and the Department of Health for putting that all together. If you aren't headed to the Maryland Chicken Wing Festival, the Annapolis Film Festival, or the Martin Luther King Jr. Parade and African Diaspora Festival on Saturday, or even if you are, you want to make sure you stop by the Market House between 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. and catch Young Hope Annapolis. This is a benefit concert to raise funds for aid to Ukraine. The hook is that it's put on by local teens, and the performances are all going to be by local teenage musicians. This will be a great event if you can make it, and if not, you want to check out eyeonannapolis.net for the story. We do have a QR code up there, and you can scan it, and you can still make a contribution in their name. I love to see kids in our neighborhood doing good things for the world. Speaking of the Maryland Chicken Wing Festival, I did sniff out another way for you to save $5 off all of your tickets to the festival on Saturday at the fairgrounds. You want to go to abceventinc.com and get a $5 discount and use the code BEEPCHICKEN, all one word, all caps, BEEP chicken. And thank you to Bridget, also known as Beeper Buzz, for letting us swipe her code, and that is valid till Friday night. And tonight is the big night. The Annapolis Film Festival kicks off. It opens tonight with To Olivia and runs through Sunday. You can still score a pass or individual tickets at AnnapolisFilmFestival.org. And we did drop a bonus Film Fest pod yesterday with Justin Zuckerman, who directed Yelling Fire in an Empty Theater, which is now on my must-see list. And at noon today, we're dropping our final one for the closing film, Peace by Chocolate, which is a movie we all need to see right now. I spoke with director Jonathan Kaiser. Can't wait to meet these guys over the weekend. And on our local business spotlight on Saturday, Liquor Martin Deli, and next weekend, Snap Fitness, a cool new fitness joint in town. And that is it for the news today. But first, a quick thank you to the sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: the Annapolis Film Festival, Solar Energy Services, and the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company. It is Thursday, so we have Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace here with your Maker Minutes. And of course, George Young from DC MVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather. All of that gets underway in a bit, so hang tight.
Everybody's a dreamer.
It's back, it's in person, and it is better than ever. The 10th Annapolis Film Festival is rolling into Annapolis for 4 incredible days of films, panels, workshops, and parties. These films will make you laugh, they will make you cry, and they will make you think. Put on your walking shoes because these 70-plus films are being shown in 7 unique venues around Annapolis, and that will keep you moving. Tickets and passes are on sale now at AnnapolisFilmFestival.org. And if you're planning to see more than 1 or 2 films, take it from me, a pass is the way to go. And new this year, a special pass just for the fans of short films. All of the information is available at AnnapolisFilmFestival.org. You want to get your passes and tickets today, and I'll see you at the movies. Again, AnnapolisFilmFestival.org.
Because you wanted to be alone.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, March 31st, last day of March 2022, and it will be an active one with some potential for severe weather later in the day. Look for highs in the 70s today on strong southerly winds, consistently blowing in the 15 to 25 mile per hour range with gusts over 40 miles per hour possible, with PM rain likely, including the potential for some severe thunderstorms, with winds remaining gusty through much of Friday as skies clear and temps top out around 60 degrees for PM highs, with the outlook for the weekend a pretty good one on the whole, with sunshine expected each day, with highs in the upper 50s to lower 60s, which is right around average for this time of year and will make for great conditions for both the Annapolis Film Festival, which is tonight through Sunday, and the Maryland Chicken Wing Festival this weekend at the Anne Arundel Fairgrounds in Crownsville. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, as well as through our website at dcmdvaweather.info. Maybe most importantly, be sure to download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google App Stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
One of the most common questions we get, how do I maximize the value of my home before I sell it? It's a great question. We look at improvements like investments. What is the rate of return? For example, if we invest $5,000 in painting kitchen cabinets and installing granite, how much more will our home sell for? The answer? About $25,000 more. That's a 500% return on investment. Because of returns like this, we have started a program called Investing in You. We know cash is often tight when you're making a move, and we are here to help. We will front you up to $15,000 to invest in refreshing your home before you list it, with the agreement to be paid back once your home settles. Call us today so we can help you maximize your home's value.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-599-1370 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. On Tuesday, Something's Blooming Annapolis is having a spring herbed wreath workshop at Firm Brewing in Gambrels. It knits in pieces off of Escape Road. On Saturday, their advanced beginner knitting class, Making a Pipe Cow, has their last session. And coming up on April 11th will be the last session for the Learn to Knit a Metamorphic sweater. But registration is open for their Learn to Knit April sessions, and their Learn to Knit an anchored summer top and a pint-sized sweater coming up in May. Tomorrow, the Creative and Performing Arts of South County is having another art night for ages 7 through 10 as well as another session for ages 11 and up. This session's topic is neurographic art at the Willow Oak Flower and Herb Farm in Severn. On Saturday, check out their Spring Fairy Garden Workshop. Blended Essentials in Serona Park has some summer camps coming up in June, and registration is open for those, as well as their regular monthly classes. At Whole Foods in Annapolis, today their Half Pint Kids Club is doing rice cake desserts, and Tuesday the Half Pint Kids Club is doing s'mores pudding cups. At Art Farm in Annapolis, Saturday they have a Make It Kids slime workshop for ages 9 through 12. Sunday there's Hip Hop Vibe and Flow Yoga. And on Tuesday, their first exposure photography class finishes up. And they're going to have more Make It Kids workshops coming up in April, such as a marbling workshop, spring landscape watercolors, paper making, and more. And registration is open for their spring workshops, running the end of April through June, as well as their summer camps. At the Benjamin Banneker Museum and Park in Ellicott City, Saturday they have early spring edibles, exploring wild herbs we consider to be weeds today, used as medicine, and an important source of nutrients in the 1700s. Later on Saturday, there's fans of the Benjamin Banneker Astronomy Club. Sunday, they have family fun, Ben the Scientist, learn about Benjamin Banneker's scientific observations, and make some of your own. And then on Wednesday, check out their Nature Tots, enjoying nature with your little one. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week, Saturday, Edgewater Library has a STEM story time, Goldilocks and the Three Bears, where toddlers and preschoolers listen to the story and then work together to build a chair that even Goldilocks couldn't break. Deal has wildscaping on Saturday, learning and landscaping for wildlife, and Discoveries, the library at the mall, has Digging Up Discoveries, learning about fossils and artifacts. On Monday, there's an online session for the Mindful Artisan Tangle. On Tuesday, the Bush Annapolis Library has a Crafternoon, and there's an online session called Virtual Visit with the Computer Museum in Hunt Valley, showcasing computers, phones, and video games from the last century. And finally on Wednesday, at the Bush Annapolis Library, kids can learn how to become a mini librarian, learning the different tasks of a librarian, and receive a mini librarian degree at the end. And then online, there's SoCo Knits virtually. As well as an online career chat with engineer James Ingalls, a system engineer at Northrop Grumman. And starting on Monday the 4th, and running through Saturday, April 16th, the Edgewater Library is hosting a Peeps Diorama contest at Unallocated Space in Severn. Tonight, they have another virtual happy hour. Tomorrow and Saturday, the Maryland Area Combat Robotics Group is hosting their April Spark Spring Made Parts event, with setup tomorrow and combat on Saturday. And then on Monday, Unallocated Space has their project night. And at Annapolis Makerspace this week, Tuesday, check out our monthly Autodesk Fusion 360 3D Design Workshop online with Russ. If you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website, also at makeannapolis.org. And whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. With all the talk of energy resilience in the news recently, I'm surprised there's not more talk about solar plus batteries, especially since 1/3 of all of our new residential solar projects include a battery backup system that provides instant energy security and peace of mind. And with incentives in place for battery backup, this investment is now more affordable than ever. With financing rates as low as 0.99% and plans offering 18 months same as cash, it's now easier than ever to go solar with no money down. Financing creates an easy bill swap scenario where you replace your electric bill with a loan payment, allowing you to build equity in your own personal energy supply. Don't wait for your next power outage to act. Contact us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net to learn more about solar with battery backup. Don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.